Good morning, everyone. Amy Valdivia here to address a question from my pre-qual last night. So my borrower and I are talking, and we're talking about credit, and she says, and I just bought a car. And I just put my head down and realized she's definitely affected her qualifying. So I want to talk a little bit about that. What if you are buying a car? If you're buying a car, meaning you're purchasing, not leasing, but you're purchasing a car, and you have less than 10 months left to pay. The guidelines say that if a debt has less than 10 months remaining, a balance that will be paid off in 10 months or less, we do not need to count that in your debt to income ratio. That's all fine and dandy. However, there's a caveat to that. If the payment is detrimental to the borrower's ability to repay the home loan, the underwriter can override and include it in the debt to income ratio. And if it's included in the debt to income ratio and they no longer qualify, then unfortunately it's going to hinder their ability to get the home loan. If you're leasing a car and you only have a couple months left on your lease, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many months you have left on that lease, 10 months or less. You have to count that payment because we have to assume that at the end of your lease, you're going to get a new car because obviously you're going to trade it in and get a new lease. There are always exceptions to these rules, special circumstances. One time I've actually had it happen where the borrower was leasing a car and determined from a doctor that they could no longer drive. They were simply just waiting for the term of the lease to run out. They were turning in the car and no longer was going to be driving. Actually, she had already started using public transportation and already had all of her documentation. She already had a bus pass and a train pass and things like that. And she had proof. She had everything prepared. Yes, that was the exception. It was a manual underwrite. We had to follow manual underwrite guidelines. There were things in place that she had to prove to be able to use an exception. So understand that these are not steadfast rules, but boy, oh boy, it's not easy to overcome them. If you have less than 10 months to pay on a car payment, you have to make sure that you can still make the payment. And if you're leasing your car, you have to still include the payment in your debt to income ratio regardless. Okay, if you have a specific scenario, want to talk about it, questions, call me, 626-485-4673 or avaldivia at afncorp.com. Sorry about that. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much.